Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive.
Yeah, bro. Alarm goes. Maybe try to wake me up at 3.
Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he fields it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start.
Nigga sleep in the bed. I thought y'all niggas be like.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the
I did
receiver.
not say shit. I was about to say, nigga, give me this one. This nigga bullshitting.
Pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up.
Play.
A lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually, that's going to cost you.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Chanticleers. Made the defense look slow that time. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space. Matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught quickly. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. If that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
On third down, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
They'll kick it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Coastal Carolina offense back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And that's a solid return after the interception.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action here on first down. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
With the PHC, they take a 14-0 lead. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the return.
Hey, nigga, I'm trying to play this nigga for 48 hours.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Going to be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. The Washington State offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that. Looking to throw it deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense has done a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's looking to scramble. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Got the eggs and bacon, literally. Some toast. Toast with butter. Toast with butter.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes
You got the whole
backwards,
spread, but
losing
you got the
yards
little
there.
sausage too. Pretty
There's
nice
that
little.
excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the
Man,
great things about watching this guy play
that
all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. With the return,
basically
it's
sounded a little
the
aggressive.
coverage team makes the stop on this return.
They sound aggressive.
Here comes the Wazoo offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's looking deep here. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield.
At least he had to check to see what the play that was, man. I had to see what that was.
Catches the football. He is so dangerous
Man, my
after
nigga,
the
that beat
catch.
so
This
bad.
one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
My niggas don't believe catch the ball.
Now
I
they
got
get
two.
set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the Coastal Carolina offense back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. From the shotgun, handoff inside. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and
I should have.
yardage.
Sure. Everybody needs to sit down the lines.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Zero hesitation that time. He just got it, put it out to the right flat. Unfortunately, it falls incomplete.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw.
Oh!
He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Looks like it ain't matter for that nigga.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. To be tackled at the 17. Strong.
Nigga said he gonna get it. He gonna get that fucking 24. Okay.
Washington State's offense back on the field now. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike. A 1-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. They'll tackle him at the 27.
That nigga just got out of a wrapped up tackle.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
An effective play, good for a 1st down at the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball.
You need to test them niggas.
A little bit more confidence.
Definitely in the room.
Can bring home some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Boy, another positive game for this offense. This quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete and trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
When the quarterback drops back to throw,
Definitely
if
should
we
have
get
been safe.
pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. He shreds the tackle.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So the ball placed right at the 50.
I mean, how's he up at 12 o'clock with all this energy?
On 3rd and short. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The fact they called that. Oh!
Let's get the call. Obviously, the defense will decline that
Thought they were about to go for fucking illegal touching or whatever.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes
I was about to be pissed.
and kick it away now for the 2nd time. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. The coverage team-
Yeah, and I see Quandon found a little cheating method too.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
So I'm trying to find a way to cheat the game.
Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back.
Take that jump to South Alabama.
That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Handoff in a single back formation. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down and 10 now. Here's the handoff. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Chanticleers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The linebacker shifting around now. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be second down now.
Chris, not only really
Really
good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Said it was out of bounds.
Wideout's now clustered. They look to throw it here on second down. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaking free at the 35. And they're finally able to stop him. A great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense. And this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down. Looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
Oh, that bounce. Yeah. Which one? On the right?
That ball just seemed to sail on.
Yeah.
Make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put
that
out
jump
of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Solid.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
So now it's third and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. Can he make it to the marker? And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Chanticleers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And they're trying to punch it in here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point drop. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Final 9 seconds of the half as they line up here in 1st and 10. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. No press here. The defense backing away. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense jumps on the football. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. He was on target with this first kick. This one is from just 26 yards out. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And the kick is a squib kick, taken by one of the up men. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The sheds are clear, so we'll kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. The returner is brought down. Gets to start with the next drive. Here comes the Cougars offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Caught for a completion. Where was the defense on that play? Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down.
I feel like this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a crow route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit him into a tight window for that 1st down completion.
He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this 2nd half started.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. But they don't connect.
Oh, yeah, some of the quarterback, right? Nigga rattled.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Coastal Carolina offense back out on the field now. Receiver in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. Little curl rod, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on third and very long. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. And the Chanticleers will have to kick it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll spot it down at the 15. The Washington State offense back out on the field now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. It was a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long
Still
inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Punt team ready to boot it away. Just able to get it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Here comes the Coastal Carolina offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. First down, looking to throw the ball. He eludes the... He escaped one tackler, couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Using his legs on the scramble. They chase him down and try to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
So here comes the kicking team onto the field. They'll settle for 3. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Wazoo offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. He's moving out of the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Physical run earns the first down. He's brought down, but the veteran quarterback paid a price for that completion.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Caught on the outside. It's Webb. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The sheds are clear. He's looking to keep this drive rolling.
To me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Rolling to his left outside the pocket. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Third down play for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
They'll kick it away here. And no chance for a return as the punch sails out of bounds. Washington State's offense back on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the ball to the ground.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Going for a big play downfield. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And the completion made. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Fires it to the wideout, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it again. Nice grab. It's Webb. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And the pass caught inside the 15. They bring it down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
On first down, it's play action. Trying to create outside the pocket now. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket, put the ball on a string. Just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And now another deep ball here. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop it? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense falls on the fumble, keeps possession.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They need.
Oh, and he fumbles. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Good game, little bro. Take your ass.
This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.